Now it's time to move on to vision. We've talked a lot about vision in the past, the importance of it, the need for a detailed vision, but most people still misunderstand the purpose and practicality of having any kind of vision. They think it's supposed to be a prediction or a slogan or this 5-year fantasy that oftentimes they start to ignore after a month goes by. But vision isn't necessarily about being right. It's about having a direction. And while the gold standard is a full, vivid, detailed description of a preferred future, that level of work can oftentimes feel overwhelming, intimidating, and if you've done it before and it didn't come true, it can feel defeating. This is where a one-page vision has a place in adaptive strategy design. So we just said, vision is not necessarily a goal, and it's not a KPI, and it's definitely not a motivational quote. Vision is a coherent picture of a preferred future. So that answers, what does better actually look like? What will we be doing differently in the future? What will we no longer tolerate? How will decisions feel easier if we get this right? What is it going to feel like and fit like and smell like? A full, rich vision should be detailed and sensory and explicit. But a one-page vision can still do something incredibly valuable. It can give you direction without the paralysis or fear. A one-page vision doesn't replace the depth of that full vision of a preferred future, but it can create traction. It's approachable, it's readable, it's revisitable, and most importantly, it allows you to start vectoring. You don't need perfect clarity to move. You need enough clarity to choose your next step intelligently. Direction first, precision later. So here's how this hybrid idea works. First, you want to know who you're becoming, what standards define you, your team, and what you're trying to do, and how you behave under pressure. We covered a lot of this last month, so if you haven't already, go back, revisit those videos, or check out all the material on core values. Next, what preferred future are we aiming towards? What constraints matter, and what signals tell us whether we're drifting or aligning? So this one-page vision should capture your identity, your direction, your boundaries, and your intention. Not everything, just these right things. Common failures. Here's what can happen. Oftentimes they fail because they're too vague. They may be aspirational without any teeth. No pun intended. They're disconnected from behavior. Or they're put on a shelf once they're completed. A good one-page vision should be specific enough to help guide decisions, short enough to revisit regularly without fear or trepidation, and uncomfortable at least a little. If it doesn't create any tension, it's probably more of a decoration than a vision. A detailed vision is ideal. A one-page vision is practical. The real failure is not in brevity, it's directionlessness. You don't need to predict the future. You just need to start aiming and taking action. When the direction is clear, strategy simplifies, priorities sharpen, and momentum becomes possible. Try it.